Yo, what's going on, people? Back again with another footy talk. Statman's in the building, aka StatmanBains, aka Bain St. Patrick, aka Nagelsmann. What are you saying, fam?
All right, listen, I'm good. As we said, top of the league. Can't be happier. Through to the next round. Liverpool out. Let's get that in as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't know if you guys saw the stats yesterday. Last 5 games, he's lost possession 161 times. 6 crosses completed out the last 61. Just had to get that in.
Right, nah, bro. You always got, but hey, listen, there's always room for Trent slander on the channel. Man, like Millhouse, blood. I'm telling you, I told them, man, they're already at right back. Millhouse without the glasses, bro. It's peak, bro. Someone needs to give Millhouse his glasses back, bro. 6 crosses completed in how many games?
In the last 5 games, he's completed 6 crosses out 61.
That's what I mean. Millhouse needs his glasses, bro. It's peak. You know them ones. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash that like button. Let us know where you're watching from. The talk of the town is Jay Lings is out of here, bruv. Like, he's been linked to loads of moves. They said he was going France, and now they're saying he's going to West Ham. I think it'll be a decent move for him.
Well, West Ham, I think with the West Ham thing, they've already got 2 loan players from England, innit? In Benrahma and Craig Dawson. So they need to sign one of them permanently to get Jesse on loan. So I still don't think that West Ham deal's 100% done. Because right now, from what I've heard from Sky Sports, they want to get Benrahma done on a permanent, and then they could potentially get Jesse on loan. And I think with Jesse, it'll be a decent move because, like, West Ham, he'll probably play in the number 10 role, and they haven't really got a like certified number 10 kind of thing. Like Pablo Fornals has played there, he's not really like ripped it up. Lanzini's played there at times, he hasn't really like ripped it up. So Jesse does have like a place there to stake his claim, and potentially if he performs from now to the end of the season, get in the England squad. So
what are they saying? That, man, like, you can't sign more than 2 players on loan from in the same country?
Yeah. So
has that always been a rule?
I don't know. I think this is brand new because they've signed Benrahma on loan and they got Craig Dawson. So they need to make one of them permanent.
But technically, that's mad because technically they signed Benrahma, yeah, from the Championship anyway. So, like, that shouldn't even really count like that. It's not like they loan another man from the Prem, bruv. That's all mad. I don't understand that rule.
But they'll probably get the Benrahma deal done anyway because I'm pretty sure they had an option to buy anyway or something.
Yeah.
Obligation to buy. So they probably just need that forward kind of thing.
I'm sure that it wouldn't have been. I'm sure that it wouldn't have been too expensive anyway. The Benrahma deal, I'm guessing. Do you know what I mean? But I wasn't aware. I thought I thought they already got that done. I didn't realize that they signed him on loan. And they're waiting for the permanent deal. So yeah, that's interesting. I think that Jesse would do well there under Moyes. Do you know what I'm saying? When we played in first half, like, their press was actually better than I thought it would be. And I mean, and I think that Jesse fits into that. He runs hard, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And I think that he's got a bit of quality about him. I think because he's playing for Man United. Obviously, when you're playing for Man United, you get judged a lot more harshly than when you're playing for other teams. I think if he does go to West Ham, people actually see that there's a player in there, innit? And he can play at a decent level still. He's still a solid Premier League player, bro. But when you're at Manchester United, people expect you to do a lot more than just be average. Do you know what I'm saying? So it'll be very interesting to see how he gets on. But I genuinely think that he's gonna do well anyway.
I think he's been linked to West Brom as well. I don't see him going West Brom because they got Mateus Pereira there, Dean Garner in those like attacking midfield roles. So I don't think that would be the best move for him. But I think West Ham, it will be a decent move. Their front four actually looks decent now. If you add Jesse, Jared Bowen on the right, Benrahma on the left, and Mikel Antonio up front.
Yeah, that's solid.
That's a decent front four. And then they got Souček and Rice in behind.
That's what I mean. And even with the Declan Rice thing as well, like, Lampard's out here. It seems like Declan Rice was a Lampard signing, innit? That's what he wanted to get over the line. Obviously, Lampard's not there now. I don't know, bro. I think that we could go in for him. I was speaking to a West Ham fan yesterday, and they said that Rice is probably, that West Ham are going to be looking to get at least 80 million for him. Like, what the how?
English tax. That's all it is.
Didn't Chelsea get Ben Chilwell for like 50 M's?
Yeah, and I think Declan Rice is still only 21, I think. That is still mad young for how experienced, like how many games he's played in the Prem.
Yeah. Nah, I think he's a solid player, bro. I know what I'm saying. I honestly think he's a solid player, and I think he's a player that we should be looking at because he's good on the ball. But bro, like 80 million, like this England tax is a joke.
But it's just how football is, isn't it? Especially with that rule where you need to have a certain amount of English players in your squad.
Yeah,
you just know every English player is going to be mad inflated. But do you ever, like, just touching on Jesse quickly, do you ever think he's going to get back to his 17, 18 form?
I think he can. You know what I mean? I think that he definitely can if he leaves, bro, for the simple fact that there's no pressure on him. I think when he played like that the last time, there was no pressure on Jesse Lingard. Like, he was just out there. He was a squad player, and it was like, yo, just enjoy yourself. And Jesse was going out there doing bits. Man, forget that Jesse's done it in big games for us as well. It's not like he's just done it against the smaller teams. Like, Jesse Lingard scored in cup finals. Like, he's done it in
final, Community Shield.
Yeah,
it's probably
that's what I'm forgetting. I think he. I don't think he bagged in the League Cup. It was a Community Shield and the FA
League
Cup.
Yeah, League Cup he did.
Was that the Crystal Palace?
No, League Cup Zlatan scored 2. I think Jesse scored 1.
Which one was the Crystal Palace one? Was that FA Cup?
FA Cup final.
Yeah.
When Pardew did that little dance.
Oh, yeah. That's it, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. So, like, understand, like, Jesse's got pedigree in it. Like, whether people like it or not. And it's one of them ones where, because he's not like the prettiest on the eye and that, like, people think that he's totally whack, but bro, he's not. I just don't think he's exceptionally like talented on the eye, innit? Like, he's got a good work rate, he's got a good football brain, he's a good two-touch player, but he's not an exceptional dribbler. He's not particularly powerful or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So when you just look at him, I think a lot of people write him off, but I genuinely think, like, in games where we've wasted using Dan James, bro, we could have easily used Jesse Lingard, bro, and probably got more out of him because at least his ball retention's a lot better. So I think people will start to see that he's a better player than they give him credit for.
Yeah, Jesse in the 2017-18 season for United in the league got a goal contribution every 140.23 minutes. He was averaging 1.7 shots per game, 1.1 fouls, 1 per game, 0.8 key passes per game, 8 goals, 5 assists, and 0.8 dribbles per game. So it's not bad, but it's not brilliant.
It's not brilliant, you know what I'm saying? But he's just one of them guys. Like, again, like people say about system players all the time. I think Jesse's just one of those.
Where do you think his best position is?
In the 10. In the 10, modern day 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, modern day 10, because these days the 10s aren't necessarily your most creative players, yeah. Like, they're workers, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're workers. They lead the press from the front, innit? And I think Jesse's good at that. And he's also good at he's good at the little interchanging and the little third man runs and give and goes and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? In the Liverpool system, they don't really play with a 10. Do you know what I mean? They'll play with a Jesse Lingard-esque kind of player, do you know what I mean? To press and then to bounce it off people and stuff. I think he's very good at that.
Yeah, I think for England in the World Cup, did he not play as a number 8 with Dele Alli and stuff?
Yeah, but Dele Alli was awful.
Yeah, but I still think I personally think his best position is as a number 8 because he has the energy. I think he gets stuck in. He's not the most creative player. It's kind of like Ndombele. Ndombele is being used as a 10, but
he's not a 10.
Yeah, I don't regard Ndombele as an unbelievable creative midfielder kind of thing, innit? He's an unbelievable ball carrier, and I think Jesse, when he gets his head up and turns that transition from midfield to attack, I think he's decent at that.
He's very good at carrying the ball. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's a ball carrier. He's not really a dribbler, but he can receive the ball on the half turn and carry the ball up the pitch. Like, you've seen him do it many times. He's definitely, I think that he's more of an 8. He's like an in-between, innit? The one thing I would say, though, because he doesn't have the range of passing, that's why I would play him higher up. Do you know what I mean? Because he's better at the shorter game than the longer game, innit? It's like someone was saying to me today on Twitch, because I was streaming, and he was like, would you see Ndombele as like an 8 or a 10? And they were comparing him to Pogba. Like, him and Pogba's strengths are completely different. You know them ones? Like, he's short and sharp across the ground. He's shorter. He's a bit more explosive than Pogba, in it. But Pogba's leggy. Pogba's range of passing is a lot better. But if you see the little dink ball that he played in yesterday into, was it into Harry Kane or something yesterday? Did you watch the game?
No, I just saw the highlights today.
Yeah, but he was moving mad. He does these little He's got nice little short passes, clever passes around the corner and stuff. He's definitely an 8. He's definitely an 8 as well, but their strengths are different. He can't play as deep as Pogba because he don't have the passing range. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think that he's got nice dribbles, he's got nice feet. Like even for his goal that he took, the little chop inside and that the quick feet and stuff like that. I think the low center of gravity and the footwork, like they've just got different strengths. Like he's more like an 8. Like you would play the 8 more like how Thiago plays the 8. Do you know what I mean? Than how Pogba plays the 8. So I just think that skill set is very important in it about where you put people. I think you kind of waste Ndombele if you play him too deep, but you also waste him if you play him too far forward. So it's a bit of a weird one, innit? I think Jose plays him further up for this because he doesn't trust him defensively.
Because I think for Leon, he played in midfield 3 with Awa and Toussaint, I think it was. I don't know his name. But I think that's and he played in the 8 role where he had the license to go forward and kind of thing. Because remember that game that he played against Barcelona a couple of years ago? He played in that 8 role and he was unbelievable the way he drove forward. Like Barcelona's defense, I remember that day, could not stop him.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he carries the ball is mad. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's an insurance thing with Jose. You saw it yesterday as well, bruv. Do you know what I mean? My man brought on flipping Højbjerg to play against Wickham, fam. You know them? It's just like that don't even make sense, innit? And that's what Jose is. Jose's a protection first manager, innit? And that's why he probably looks at it and he says, you know what? With Ndombele, I don't trust him deeper in the double pivot, so I'm gonna play him as a 10. But then I think that you lose a lot of his strengths if you play him if he's not involved in the build-up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's very good in the transition. So I don't know. It's a weird one. It's an absolute weird one.
I think with Tottenham, they don't really play with a number 8, do they? So it's kind of hard to get Ndombele in unless he's playing in that 10 role. Because he's probably better going forward and defensively kind of thing. So I think Jose kind of has to just play him in that role. Especially with Tottenham, they don't really have a number 10. Dele Alli, he's out of favour. Lo Celso's injured, and even Lo Celso's more of a number 8. So it's a difficult one.
Yeah, I guess so, man. But again, that's Mourinho, innit? Double pivot, innit? That's what he likes. So nah, it's a bit flipping weird, bro. It's absolutely weird.
What do you think of the Di Maria rumours to Spurs?
I don't really know what to make of it, bro. Where does he fit in?
On the right hand side.
Under Jose.
But I think Di Maria, for me, is like, he does work hard as a winger kind of thing, innit? And he does have that creative spark that Spurs do need.
But, so bruv, under Jose, though, think about it. Like, I just can't see it. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't
Di Maria
see
not
it.
under Jose before?
Nah, Van Gaal. Van Gaal brought him in.
No, at Real.
Could have been. But that he could have been, you know. But then he would have had Di Maria and Ozil. Are you sure? That's weird.
Could have. People in the chat, was Di Maria managed by Jose before?
Because that seems a bit weird, bro. Like defensively, like how would that work for Tottenham? If you're not gonna play in Ndombele, who's one of your best players, if you're not gonna play him in the double pivot, you're gonna play him in the 10 because of defensive. Then you can't play Di Maria, Son, and Harry Kane, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because they almost play out of possession. They almost play a 4-4-2.
Yeah, but I think Di Maria is one of those like hard-working wingers kind of thing, innit? Like even for PSG, he was the one accommodating Neymar and Mbappe. So you think that? I think it could work.
Yeah, but that means, so what? Do you reckon what are they going to do with this Gareth Bale loan then?
He's gone anyway. Spurs are definitely not renewing that.
Yeah, they're not. They're not at all. They're not at all. But I mean, like, when does that? How long is that for?
I think they had it's only for a year anyway, and then I think they might have an option to extend it or something.
That's weird. They're not extending that.
Yeah,
they're not extending that. There's no way that they're extending that. That bruv. He's been a flop, innit? He scored yesterday, and it's funny. It's like everyone that I'm cornering always bags, bruv. I'm there cornering Gareth Bale, and then he scores, yeah. But bro, he was dead yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Man's playing against a championship team, yeah, and like it's almost like he found his level.
Yeah, people are saying Di Maria did play under Jose for 3 years.
Okay.
It could work, but I don't think it will happen because remember, he's Argentinian. Mauricio Pochettino is also Argentinian. I can't see that happening. I can't see him or PSG letting him go, especially because PSG they don't really have creative mid plays kind of thing, innit?
They don't at all.
Di Maria last season created 32 big chances in the league. So he's kind of like the main creativity kind of thing for them.
You think so? But so what? I don't know the way. So what? How would he play him? What you reckon he'll try and play him the way he was playing Lo Celso? Because I don't know. Like his main width always comes from his fullbacks. Poch. He doesn't play with wide players.
But I think the thing is that Di Maria is also played as a 10 before, innit? So he can kind of drift inside. Because remember Van Gaal, Di Maria did have a spell where he was playing in the 10.
Yeah, he did.
He had a spell where he was playing everywhere. He just couldn't get the best out of Di Maria.
Yeah, he just didn't want to be there, innit? And I think that's what it was really. I don't know. Di Maria to Spurs though. I don't know. I looked at what's his name yesterday, the Brazilian.
Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas. He's rubbish, bruv. He's actually useless, bro. Like he looks like Dan James, yeah. I mean, he looks like Dan James, yeah. Like before the trip to Turkey and that, bruv. Man just needs a hair transplant, bro. It's peak. Like when you watch Lucas, he's dead. So I guess there is room for another winger at Tottenham, but it's a bit weird, bro.
Because Lucas hasn't really like consolidated that right side. Bergwijn hasn't really done it. Bale hasn't done it. So there is space there.
You're right, but then they have to get rid of someone, and who's buying them?
Bale gone. They've got 3 right wingers. They can. If Bale goes, then they have 2. Leave space for Di Maria.
Flipping no. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him leaving. I don't see him leaving PSG, and I don't see him leaving Pochettino. However, I don't know. Stranger things have happened, bro. But honestly, I can't see it, bro. I can't see it. The way Jose's got these men playing, like honestly, watching them yesterday, it was mad. It just gave me like PTSD of when that Jose used to manage us, bro. And it's like these men can't break down a Wickham team. They might have to make 5 subs and bring on pretty much their first team, and they've got a game on Thursday. And that tells you everything. Like he's built that team, yeah, and structured it in such a way that they can only function with Son and Kane on the pitch. Like it's mad. Like they're his literal only creative outlet, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? And Ndombele pulling strings in behind, Son and Kane on the counter attack, and it's almost like Son's playing like furthest forward, and Harry Kane is dropping deep and trying to get on the ball and find him and stuff. It looks very weird, isn't it? It looks
and
very
that's why
weird.
I said Spurs are extremely lucky where they are. Son, Kane, they're just overperforming their expected goals by so much. Like, look at this here. Harry Kane scored 12, Son scored 12. The next best is Tanguy Ndombele with 3 in the Premier League.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's their form as well.
And you know Harry Kane's going to get injury where he's out for like a month or 2 because of his ankle.
That's what I was thinking.
It happens every season.
Yeah. I was thinking that because I even said, I was on my brother's stream yesterday and I said to him, yo, like, has Harry Kane not been injured this season? Because usually he doesn't get this far into a season without an injury. He's usually injured in the first couple months of the season. And also, like, he's a guy that at the beginning of the season doesn't like to score. So this has been like a freak season for him so far, where he's got off the mark pretty much straight away. And he hasn't had an injury. But with his record, he's due one, innit? Harry Kane's one of them players. He's due an injury, bro. So it'll be very interesting to see how Spurs cope, yeah, when it inevitably happens, because it just always happens.
Or even like if Ndombele gets injured. Lo Celso's still out. Lamella's pathetic. Who else are they going to play in the 10 role?
Lamella's so bad. Like, literally, my brother was killing him on the stream.
Like, the only thing I remember Lamella was that little Rabona that he scored against Roma, I think it was.
That was nuts.
Yeah, other than that, I think that was in the Europa League as well. Other than that, what's he done at Spurs?
Nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Apart from just carrying injuries. Big up Elias for the super chat. Odegaard at Arsenal. How you feeling about that?
Depends, innit? Because first of all, Arsenal don't have an option to buy. He's here for like 4 or 5 months now. Is he really going to step in straight away from La Liga? Because he hasn't played a lot for Real. I think he's only started 3 games this season in La Liga. So is he like fully match fit? He's probably gonna take a month or two to settle in. So
yeah.
For me, that's not like the wisest move. Should have gone with someone like Buendia. Go sign Buendia. You got a right hand side like player. He's an unbelievable creator. He's done it in the Premier League last season. That would have been perfect.
It's true, man. I don't know what's the deal with Arsenal, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's the director of football thing or whatever, and that's just the links that man's got. I don't know if they've got specific I don't know, links with agents, because the whole Odegaard thing doesn't make sense to me, innit?
I
Like
think
it
he's a
was
decent player though.
he is a decent player, but bro, they don't need decent players, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? They're struggling. They need someone that's gonna change their fortunes or at least change or improve what they have. And when I look at him, I don't see him and think, oh my god, like he's just made Arsenal better. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely don't see it.
Where do you think he'll play?
I think that he'll play from wide. Because when you look at the shape here that he likes to play, I don't think he's going to play him in the middle, brother. And with the way that Smith Rowe's playing as well, I think that he's pretty much cemented that number 10 spot here, unless he gets injured. So I can see him playing from the right, maybe, and Saka gets moved over to the left.
But then where does Aubameyang go?
Up front, or he don't play. Do you know what I mean? And Aubameyang, they're saying that Aubameyang's not had to leave the Arsenal squad because he had some personal things to deal with or something. But I think that if everyone's fit, Aubameyang plays up front, innit? I think the Lacazette thing, even though Lacazette's on decent form, I don't believe the manager really is feeding him like that.
But I think it was a game the other day when Aubameyang was playing up front and you could tell the miss Lacazette holding up the ball. Because that's what Lacazette's good at. He's very good at holding up the ball.
Absolutely, bruv. I remember this quote now, but I didn't remember Di Maria was in that. You know what I mean? Danny Welbeck, Chicharito. Yeah, I don't know about them. You know what I mean? Obviously, Chicharito is a match winner, so I can understand why Jose would like to have him. You know what I mean? Because he was a match.
He always used to get goals.
Yeah, always used to get goals. Di Maria, cool. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. But
I think with Di Maria, like when he started off at United, I think he started very well. I think he had I still think, if my memory serves me correct, he had 8 or 13 assists or something around that. And then I think he had that house burglary thing, and then just
he did, and then he was moving mad after that. But I still keep remembering his goal against Leicester, bro.
The little dink,
ridiculous goal, bruv. And I remember it because I was watching it with a Liverpool fan in it, like my boy J Rock, and it was mad, because the way I celebrated that, I thought we were gonna pam Leicester, and then they just ripped us, bro. Like
5-3, I think it was.
Crazy game, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Crazy game. But that finish from Di Maria was a joke. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he had nice moments for us, but all in all, it was just a flop, innit? I think. Did he put in the cross for One Matter's bicycle?
I think it might have been him.
It was him, innit?
I think so.
At Anfield, I think it was him that put in the cross as well for that volley from Matter, boy, the one field boy, when we pammed Liverpool.
There you go. Someone said Di Maria got 5 goals, 11 assists. That's decent.
What, last season?
No, like for United.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was decent because he didn't even stay for that long. No, I'm saying, so it's decent. And Odegaard, I ain't watched loads of him. I've seen glimpses of him. I've only watched maybe two full games of him. Do you know what I mean? People are saying that he's similar to Ozil, and I don't think he is. You know what I mean? I don't think he's similar to Ozil at all. They might occupy similar areas, but I don't think stylistically they're similar players, innit? I think he's good, but by the time he gets used to playing in the Premier League, the season's done, bro. Like, if this was a signing that they're making now, for him to kick on next season, then it makes sense. But the fact that there's no option to buy, it actually doesn't make any sense to me as a signing. You'll be better off trying to bring in someone that's already in the Premier League, already knows what the Premier League's about, and can guarantee you to hit the ground running. Because right now with this Odegaard thing, it's a toss of a coin. And I heard he's not even fit. So when they bring him in, I think he's injured or something. It's not like he can play straight away.
And they're paying all his wages. So really, it only benefits Real, this move.
Yeah. But Real Madrid always do it so it only benefits them. That's why we didn't want Reguilon, because the way they put that Reguilon deal together, like, they're the only team that are going to benefit from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so Odegaard, I got Odegaard stats from last year because I did this the other day. Odegaard last year got 4 goals, 6 assists. He created 10 big chances. He two key passes per game, 2 dribbles per game, 1.8 long balls per game, 1.6 shots per game, 1.2 fouls won per game, and 1.1 crosses per game, which ain't bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But do you think that... I don't know, actually. I think Arsenal are dying for a creative midfielder.
Yeah, but I think
I'm just not sure that that's him.
Yeah, I think Smith Rowe has done a very good job in recent weeks. So it will be kind of harsh if you like take him outside as well.
It would be, and that's why I don't know. It depends on their manager, because if anyone would do that, then yeah, it would be him, because that guy's always flipping, pissing people off, man. Arteta, like, you know what I mean? The one of the things I hear Arsenal fans moan about a lot is him dropping players that should be playing and him playing players that shouldn't be playing, especially like the likes of Willian and Bellerin, bruv. You know what I mean? Because the way he dropped Maitland-Niles when Maitland-Niles was meant to go to Wolves, I think, to replace Doherty, I think. And they blocked that move, and then he's not playing him. I mean, he's playing Bellerin. Like Bellerin and Willian, bro, like that on the same side of the pitch. That's abysmal, innit? So I think if he dropped Smith Rowe, I wouldn't even be surprised, bruv, because he's been doing some bipolar things, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
You could play Odegaard a bit deeper. Maybe switch to that 2-8 against like the Leicester side, but then again, Arteta is so stubborn.
Yeah.
I think he's a decent coach here, but as a manager, his man management seems to be poor. Like, just look at the Guendouzi situation. Like, there's so many other examples, and then like not playing players on form. Like, still got my question marks over Arteta.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second. My man said, I think Bruno's the only player. He's saying post Fergie, Bruno's the only player to beat Di Maria's assists or something for the club in one season or something like that. That 10 assists. So that's good. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that Di Maria had that many assists for us. But then again, when Di Maria was playing for us, no one really cared about assists. That's only something that's really come into the game maybe about 3 years now, maybe.
The goal contribution era.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, so it's a new thing, isn't it? So in them times, I'd have loved to see David Beckham's like key passes, assists, big chances created in his time, bro, because he was moving mad.
Stats only probably started in like 09, 10.
Yeah.
Around that, where it actually became available for everyone to look at, kind of thing. So it's hard though. Because I think, like you said it before. I think you said like assists were counted differently before.
Yeah, they were. Do you know what I'm saying? They were counted differently before, and also people just didn't care about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you pass the ball to someone and they slap shots in the goal, that wasn't counted as an assist before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't, in it.
Like, so there's some stats that are just so weird. Like Kepa last season apparently had 0 errors leading to goals in the Premier League.
But again, errors leading to goals are so skeptical, bro. Like, bro, you know, here's this shit. Imagine I'm a goalkeeper, yeah. I throw the ball, yeah. If I throw the ball like to a player and he's not ready for it or something, do you know what I'm saying? And then it bounces off him and then someone scores, bro. I've made the mistake, bro. But they'll put the error down to someone else.
I think Harry Maguire had 0 in the league last year as well. And there was times where he's getting nutmegged. Like, look at the goal against Tottenham. You could argue Harry Maguire was at fault.
And even remember the one where he got nutmegged by Solanke or something?
Stanislas, I think it was.
Stanislas. Yeah, he got nutmegged, bro. And that's not an error leading to goal. That is just like, hold on, you got nutmegged, bro. Like, in the box, bro. And you was out of position for the first thing in the first place. It's like errors leading to goals are crazy, bro. Like, what does that even mean? What's error leading to goal? What, you have to actually play the guy through?
Like Kepa, the game against Luton, he made a mistake for the goal. Like, with that eye test, we can see that. The stats say he hasn't.
But that's what I mean. If someone shoots the ball straight at the goalkeeper and they parry it in, they don't put it down as a mistake leading to goal. They just say that they didn't save it.
It's just so weird. Like, that's why, like, I know people dislike stuff like expected assists, expected goals, but I actually think those are decent stats when you actually understand what they do.
I
look
think
at the quality of chances that you're creating.
But also, also expected assists, that really it comes down to who you're passing the ball to as well, though. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes. And that's what's weird. It's just like, for instance, when you look at Paul Pogba, like his last few goals, the goals he scored against Fulham, the goal he scored against West Ham, the pass that was played to Paul Pogba will go down as an assist, bro. But that wasn't a goal scoring opportunity for most players in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really give an assist for that. Like, it's mad.
Pogba's goal against Fulham had a expected goals of 0.02 or something, or 0.05.
Well, there you go. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's not a chance. That's not a chance. So when man are passing you the ball and you're scoring goals, yeah, that have a probability of less than a percentage, yeah, like how is that an assist, bro?
But that's why I like expected assist, though, because then it'll give you a low score for that.
Yeah.
And like the bigger chances, like for example, remember the other day, Neil Maupay had that chance against the goal that he scored against Leeds.
Yeah.
It was literally a 2-yard tap-in. That must have had like a higher score for expected assist and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So again, them kind of things. If you look at a player's overall assist for the season, then you look at the expected assist, then it tells you the quality of the assist that they get in it. So there's context in that. The same with expected goals and the number of goals someone scored. If you're outperforming your expected goals, then it shows you the quality of goals that you're scoring. So yeah, like I think that those things, there's a place for that in football, but you need to put all the stats together to form a picture. You can't just look at someone and say, all right, cool. Like they've scored 15 goals or 20 goals. They've had a great season, yeah. And then the expected goals is 40 or something. You know what I mean?
I think it's stuff like that. But I do think like in the modern day, even like clubs are taking like more interest in expected goals and stuff. Because I think I heard Scott Parker say this about Brighton today or yesterday. He said that Brighton's expected points are really high and stuff, innit? So they must be playing decent.
Yeah.
And I think even like Brentford's transfer model heavily relies on stats and stuff, innit? Like expected goals, expected assists and stuff when I last like read about them. And their
in the modern game, it's going that
really
way.
Good.
Yeah, in the modern game, it's going that way, innit? It's a stats generation, bro. Like some are handy, some are not handy, innit? So it just really depends on what they're doing. But if they're gonna do that, yeah, then they might as well just scrap having scouts, bro, and just start picking people from a database, innit?
But to be fair, like if a person has good stats, you're most likely going to be a decent player.
Yeah, but you have to look at why they have decent stats, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
This is the thing about stats. Most people just look at goal contributions and that's it. Because when people hate people who do stats, it's just goal contributions that people look at. Or when you actually look at key passes per game, shots per game, expected goals, expected assists, then it actually gets like it gives you a decent picture of a footballer. Like Bruno not last year, might have been last year for Sporting, was still giving the ball away around 20 times per game. He's doing the same thing at United. So it does give a very good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most people don't look at those stats.
Yeah, it's true. But like I said, like your shots per game and stuff, it doesn't tell you where the shots are being taken from. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't tell you all these other things, and that's why you still don't need to watch these players. Because if man is saying, oh, he's averaging 6 shots a game, but the man's doing stupid 30-yard shots here when the shots are not on, bro, then it's frustrating.
Yeah, and that's why then you use the like expected goals model, because it has like you can get models of expected goals with like little bubbles which shows where they're shooting from and the score of the expected like goal kind of thing. So it does give a good picture when you use every single stat.
If you use everything in it, but what the deceptive thing is, people pick certain stats here to kind of suit the narrative that they're trying to push without showing the full stats. That's why if you're going to show someone stats, show all of them, or just don't show all of them.
And that's why I also hate like people who do stats after games. Like one of my guys sent me, I think it was Curtis Jones' stats the other day. He had like 11 duels. You think that's good, but then I checked how many did he win, and he won 2. So is that good? No, it's not. But you put 11 duels, and everyone thinks he's amazing.
That's what I mean. But put Jules 1.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And then put it out of how many it was.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're very right. That's what I'm saying, and that's why, like, when you look at certain players, and that's why I say, yeah, like, look at the chances created, and that's why I dig out like Salah and these guys, bro. It's like, bro, cool, man scored X amount of goals, bruv. Show me how many big chances man's missed, and show me how many chances, yeah, that he misses on average a game, bro, to get a bigger picture. Do you know what I mean? And then it shows you the efficiency, yeah, of Liverpool's model of creativity at one point. Do you know what I mean?
Because last year he didn't outperform his expected goals in the Premier League.
Exactly, but Martial did and Mason did. Do you know
Mason overperformed it like mad. I think he had like 3.6 or something, and he scored 10 goals in the league. Like,
there you go.
That's insane.
And that tells you that there's a deficiency in the system that's creating chances for these players, isn't it? And when you're not outperforming your expected goals, it means, yeah, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, it's not an outstanding season. Like, you're literally doing what you're meant to be doing, and then it comes down to the system. So that's why these things are important. So, like, big up everyone inside. The expected goals and all these other things, These are important, and that's why I like the eye test, bruv, because you can see if a man's missed 5 chances in a game. You don't need stats for that.
Yeah, I think I've always said that eye test over stats every single time.
Yeah, 100%. Big up Tash for this. It says United latest, but where's this? Who made this observation? So I don't think Spanish clubs can afford Pogba. I think we knew that anyway. The Spanish clubs are broke. They're real broke. You know what I mean? You come down to Juventus or Paris Saint-Germain. We heard that Poch wanted him anyway, so that's not a surprise. I think Juve. I don't know if Juve. I think Juve could afford him, but I don't think they would. I don't know. Like, why? I don't know. Why would he go back there?
And I think, why would you go back there under Pirlo? He's still in a rebuild kind of thing. And once Ronaldo leaves, that squad is dead.
Yeah.
Literally pathetic, that Juve squad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I don't see Pogba going back there, people. That's why I genuinely think that Pogba's staying. I genuinely think he's staying.
You could actually argue that United are probably at the closest out of Arsenal, Real, Barca to having a Champions League winning team, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nah, I think we're further along in our transition.
Yeah.
In our rebuild than them. I think Real Madrid need a full rebuild. When you look at the age of their spine, in it, like their spine needs a revamp. You know what I mean? They need to replace Ramos. They need to replace. I'd say they kind of have replaced Marcelo, but you can't really replace Marcelo like that. Do you know what I mean? You got Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro. Like all around a certain age where you need to have half an eye on replacing these players. I just think that they've got too much to do. Obviously, Benzema isn't done yet. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that that spine is knackered now, innit? I think it's knackered, and also it's not hungry. Their man have won everything. So
and they're signing David Alaba in the summer. Don't get me wrong, he's a decent player, but
yeah,
he's still 28, 29, I think it is.
Yeah, it doesn't. It only helps them in the short term.
But to be fair, though, like Real are one of those clubs which have spent a lot on like 16, 17, 18-year-old teenagers and stuff. And like I don't know if you saw the reports yesterday. Apparently, they might try and get Julian Nagelsmann in the summer. So like, and he will probably be
Nagelsmann working with them old players though.
No, but then you can kind of have the balance of youth, and if Nagelsmann can bring that through, it could be a decent transition for them.
That'd be interesting. Is he a Real Madrid manager though? Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is with Real Madrid kind of like their pragmatic managers, innit? They like their managers that can kind of work with what they've got. Like they don't really give managers time to kind of implement a philosophy. So like they're not Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very interesting to see if they're going to change their model. Yeah, maybe they are, because if you're going to sign younger players and build for the future, it makes sense to build for the future, with a manager like that, innit? With a manager.
I think what's also important to remember, COVID. These clubs don't have a lot of money now. They're gonna rely a lot on these like academy players coming through. And Absolutely. The thing is Zidane's not doing the best of job. Like they're second in the league, 7 points off Atletico with a game in hand. Like Atletico got a game in hand.
Yeah.
And are they really gonna win the Champions League? The answer is no. Is he probably going to get sacked at the end of the season? The answer is probably yes.
Fair.
Because I think they got knocked out of the Copa del Rey the other day as well.
Facts. Yeah, they're fucked, bro. I don't know. It's a weird one. Look at this comment. What do you think about this? I think this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I think they should. But I think it's kind of like, it'll probably be like, people would just say expected assist is kind of subjective at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah. But I don't think it is. I think you just have to make it as vanilla as possible, yeah? Forget who you're passing the ball to, yeah? Is this an assist for anyone? You know them one. Because there's some things that are assists if you pass it to Messi. You know what I'm saying? But if you pass it to someone else, it ain't an assist. You know what I mean? If you pass the ball to Cristiano and he cuts inside and slaps it from 35 yards off the crossbar, like, do you know what I mean? That's not an assist if you pass it to flipping Jesse Lingard. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I think the way it's done now, it's fine, but like when people say assist, put expected assist underneath it as well to go with.
Yeah, but then if you put the expected assist underneath it, then it pretty much rubs out the quality of the assist, so it lets you know, innit? It contextualizes the assist. But people aren't really gonna care. The man will just say, "Yo, an assist is an assist." And that's just what it is, bro.
But I think for like scouting and stuff, expected assists is a very good number.
Yeah. Oh, it is. If you're looking for instance, if you're looking for a creator in your midfield and you get an expected assist thing, it's a brilliant stat to have, because then you can see actually what are the quality of the passes that my man's doing. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to whatever, like for instance. But then how does it work for corners then? Because surely you must have a low expected assist if it's a corner kick, because you don't know who you're aiming for.
Yeah, I think like some of the things are still like they need to change, because I think penalties have an expected goals of 0.74 or 0.75. I think it is. That probably has to be a bit higher now, especially with goalkeepers staying on the line. It's hard to say penalties this season. So like no matter what, like stats are never going to be perfect. So it's kind of hard, isn't it?
Yeah, facts. And oh yeah, I didn't even deep that. You know what's funny, yeah? Last season, yeah, we outperformed our XG. This season we aren't, yeah? And that's why our strikers ain't scoring goals, bro.
But let me just get up the expected goals table or expected points table.
Yeah, because you know what's mad, yeah? Remember last season, Mason and Martial, yeah, were cutting in and slapping shots off the crossbar. And now they're not doing that. Both of them are struggling for form and they're struggling for goals, bro. So it still points down to a lack of creativity.
So right now, our expected goals is 32.40. We scored 36. Our expected goals conceded is 23.90 and we conceded 25. Our expected points is 32.02, which will put us 5th in the league. Wow, we're actually behind Aston Villa in terms of expected points, and they play 2 games less.
But because we're bugging this league, bruv. Statman, I told you we're bugging this league, bro.
Just look at this. Manchester City's expected goals this season is 36.55. They scored 31. And they're top of the expected points thing.
Bruv, we are bugging this league, guys. Listen to me. We are bugging this league. I spoke to a West Ham fan yesterday. And Timmy from King Clothing, my sponsor, yeah, he's a West Ham fan. I brought him on here before, bro. And he even said he couldn't believe it. You see, when we played West Ham and they battered us in the first half, and then what's his name? The winger missed that chance in the second half.
Jared Bowen, I think, missed the sitter.
Bowen missed the sitter. Then after that, yeah, we brought in Rashford and Bruno and we pammed them. He was like, bro, the difference in quality that you have, yeah, just player for player, that's the reason why you're getting these results. Like, it's not down to us playing great football. It's not down to any of those things. It's just down to our sheer quality. And if you look at our expected points, it shows you, yeah. He said to me, yeah, as a West Ham fan, he goes, bruv, you see the way you're winning these games coming from behind? These things are supposed to happen 1 in 5 game. Do you know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't be happening every week because it's not sustainable. Yeah, I mean, those are the kind of performances under Fergie that we used to have, maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 games. You know, when it just wasn't going our way and we just dug our way out of it. But we seem to be digging our way out of games, yeah, like every week.
But and the thing is, it can't
do it for a whole season.
You say that, yeah. You know, Liverpool last year, their expected points was 74.28, and they got 99 points.
Yeah, Liverpool had a very lucky season last season.
They overperformed by 24.
So you reckon we could do the same thing?
You could. As I said, this season, anything is possible. Like last season, Manchester City's expected points was 86.76. They were meant to be top, but they got 81 points.
Fuck.
It's just about, if your forwards are clinical, anything can happen.
That is mad. Oh, football's mad, you know. You see that, guys? That's what I mean. So we're proper outperforming, yeah, where we really should be in it. Like, I'm conscious of this. That's why, like, I love calling people in it, but at the same time, yeah, a part of me is kind of like, yo, like, if this bubble bursts, it's gonna be peak, bro. Because I was saying in my group chat with my boys in it, and I said to them, yeah, as much as man are getting excited, I think that because of how things are going this season, yeah, we've definitely improved, but I think it's making the size of improvement look bigger than it actually is because of what's happening to other people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when we got panned by Man City in the Cup 2-0, that showed me where we really were in it. that showed me that we haven't really improved that much, because Man City absolutely pissed all over us, bruv. Like, it wasn't even like we were nowhere near them, innit? And I think that that's where we really are, innit?
But the thing is that to win a league, you need a bit of luck. Like someone said it in the comments against Brighton, it was full time and the ref blew it back to give us a penalty.
Yeah.
Now we've had a bit of luck. Like Liverpool last season were extremely lucky. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, like, and people are talking about the VAR as well.
Yeah, Salah diving, Mane diving. Like, come on, man. They were so lucky last year. Yeah, and that's probably me being salty, but like, I don't care.
That's what I mean. But I know, innit? Like, I know, yeah, that even if we're winning games, I know our true level, yeah, is getting knocked out the Champions League, like right now. That's our level, innit? Our level is what Man City done to us. Like, that's our real level. Like, obviously, we're doing things. Our players are picking up things and doing our stuff. But I know deep down in my heart, yeah, that our level is still not like where it looks like we are. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm taking absolutely every game as it comes, bro, and just praying to everything and anything, bro, because I know, yeah, that if the bubble bursts, we could still finish the season with no trophies. And if we finish the season with no trophies and scrape top 4, yeah, as much as this feels amazing right now, a man are doing top of the league FC, we could finish the season and it's mad underwhelming, bruv. You know them. We could easily finish the league like the season 4th or something with no trophies. Then all of a sudden, is it a good season?
The pressure's on Oli then.
But is it a good season though? If we finish 4th with no trophies, yeah, like, is that a good season? Because everyone's saying this is the first time we've been this close, yeah. But if we finish 4th with no trophies, that's worse than last season.
I think it just depends on like the point tallying, how far we are from the top. Because say if we're finishing like 10 points away from the top, I think most people will probably accept that.
So what man's saying, if we finish 10 points off the top, yeah, only because Liverpool had a bag of injuries, yeah, etc., yeah, and we still finish with no trophies and 4th, yeah, it's a better season because we finished closer to the top, even though we finished lower in the league. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what most people look at it. How most people look at it.
That's ridiculous, surely.
Because the thing is that for me, like every season kind of has to be like subjective to that season. Like last season, 66 points got 3rd. The season before that, it got 6th.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, yeah, to play devil's advocate here, yeah, if we finish 4th in the league in a season where the league's condensed, so more people are playing back to back, more injuries, therefore more teams are beating other teams, everyone's taking points off each other because of the style of the league, finishing lower in the league, yeah, should still be classed as man finish lower. It doesn't matter about the points, because obviously the points at the top is always going to be less because there's less rest between games.
I think for me, like I'll be unhappy, but like top red Twitter, they'll be gassed.
Yeah, that's what I mean, guys. Let us know in the comment section, like, if you had to choose, what would you see as success for this season? If we don't finish if we don't win a trophy this season, yeah, for me, we have to finish 2nd because we finished 3rd last season. Anything less than 2nd, yeah, without a trophy for me, yeah, is a failure for me. Because we've spent money and yeah, bruv. Like, man, I spent peas, bro. And we've been top of the league. Like, if we finish 3rd, we finished 3rd last season.
I think for me, I'll only be happy top 4 and a trophy. That trophy could be the Premier League or it could be the FA Cup or the Europa League. If you get a trophy and top 4, I'll be happy.
Bradley, I don't know about that. I don't think we're gonna lose. I don't think we're gonna lose that many games, bruv. Legit. I don't think
it depends on injuries, though, innit? Like this season, we've been extremely lucky with injuries.
But that's another bit of context that we're not adding. Like, man have got no injuries right now, and everyone else has got injuries. We are having the perfect season.
Look at Man City, Kevin De Bruyne injured, Leicester, Jamie Vardy injured, Liverpool, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez is injured.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Let us know, guys. Like, what would you see as a successful season? Yeah, what league position? Yeah, is acceptable if we don't win a trophy? Because for me, if we don't win a trophy, we have to finish 2nd. Because 3rd's not good enough. Because we finished 3rd last season. So yeah, let us know in the comments, yeah, where you think is acceptable to finish without a trophy, people. It'd be very interesting to see what people think. Because Hold on. Lighten up fourth as expected anyway. He's overachieving. What do you mean fourth is expected anyway? I don't understand what you're saying.
I think it's kind of like at the start of the season. Would you have taken fourth?
Why is fourth acceptable if we finished third last season? I wouldn't have taken fourth at the start of the season because we finished third last season. Why would I take a position lower than we finished last season?
I think it's kind of like, because at the start of the season, Man City had strengthened, Liverpool had strengthened, Chelsea did the madness in the summer, and Tottenham did very good in the summer as well. So that's why this season, like, I had us coming fifth, innit? Fifth or sixth in the league. So I think that's what the guy's trying to say, innit?
I don't know, bruv. Us
think
finishing outside the top four for Manchester United is a load of fuckeries and should never be acceptable, bruv.
That's why all I say, you have to be subjective to that season. You have
to this season, to this season, us being top of the seat. How many teams have been top of the league at Christmas and not won the league? Only Liverpool, I think.
Maybe. I think this
Liverpool
season
are the only team to be top of the league at Christmas and not win it, bro. Liverpool. Because I remember that season when City, I think Vincent Kompany slapped it in the top corner. I think Liverpool were top at Christmas.
Yeah. I think this season, there's been like 8 or 9 different teams at the top.
Yeah, we were top at New Year. We were top at New Year's. We are top.
I think most people in the comments are saying at least a trophy.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, Toby. Yeah, 100%, bro. The guy that said Pogba's not a game changer. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was trolling, bro, or he was on drugs.
Oh, you said that.
Someone said it yesterday in the stream. He said that Pogba's not a game changer. Mad thing. He's saying second, 80 plus points and a trophy. 80 plus points. Is that on this season?
What are we on now? Let me see. I think 80 plus. I think 80 plus will be tough this season.
That's what I thought. Yeah, second, top 4 in a trophy. I think top 4 in a trophy is a good season for Manchester United. But I said if we don't win a trophy, because for me, if we don't win a trophy, this season's been a failure, bruv. Because
we're on track for 80. We're on track for 80 points. We're currently on 40 in 19 games.
Yeah, we're not getting 80 then. Second, a trophy and at least 15 points better than last season. That's I think that's a bit lofty. If we get a trophy, I'm happy with a top 4 finish. No trophy, and I don't think anything below second is acceptable. My man said second in Europa or FA Cup. I think that's asking a lot from Oli, considering what we done last season. I'd be happy with either or. I think winning a trophy excuses us not finishing in the top 3, innit? Like, it excuses it. I'd let him off for that.
I just want a trophy. I said I think top 4 and a trophy, and I'm happy with that.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. If we don't win a trophy, bro, I think that this season's been a joke. Legit, because this is our best opportunity to win a trophy in a long time, innit? And obviously we're out the League Cup, we're still in the Europa League, FA Cup, we're into the next round. And I don't know. The thing is with Oli though, like when it comes to the knockout stages, like when it comes to like the nitty-gritty, like he always gets done every time, innit? And that's not really a tag that you want around you. Like even Berbatov said it. He goes, bro, like 4 semi-finals man's lost in 12 months. That is not the kind of reputation that you want to build as a manager, because then people start to look at you funny. Do you know what I mean?
But hopefully the way you approach the Liverpool game is kind of like we took it to Liverpool kind of thing, innit? We still had 40. But
if Liverpool were at full strength, do you reckon we still would have? I don't know, but like we had, I think, 42% possession that game, which is a lot better than the game before kind of thing, innit? Yeah.
And we had Pogba playing in the double pivot. So it's kind of like all you should have seen when we kind of take it to teams. When we take it to teams, we could do a thing. We could. Second without a trophy, but I just want to see United get to a final. I want to see us win a final.
I want to see us win a final. I'm not trying to see us lose a final, bro. I'm not used to seeing Man United lose finals.
What's the last final that we've been to? Chelsea in the FA Cup, I think it was.
Yeah. That's the last.
We lost that.
Yeah, that's the last one that we got to and lost, bro. And that was under Jose, bro. Phil Jones flipping plank, man.
That has a penalty in it.
Bro, I had to delete that off my phone the other day, bro. I still had that in there. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, bro. 1 second. I said lowering the standards. Bro, unfortunately, the standards are already low. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The standards are already low, my guy. 1 second. Oli could finish first and still not win a trophy. Would he? You're an idiot, bro. Nah. But I think that trophy this season's a must, or else all the gas from this season and all the shit talking that man's been doing, yeah, they're gonna cook me blood if we don't win anything. I know that. And I know
we
that.
have to. I think you saw the thing on 360 TV the other day.
What was on there?
We got clips from the stream the other day again.
Did we?
About like us gassing up players and stuff.
Oh shit.
Well, I think it was the day that we like Thiago, when Coach Cam said that thing in it about he looked like that guy.
Oh, Marcus Houston.
Yeah, they clipped that, and I think someone was battering Trent, and they clipped that as well.
Yeah, straight. All right, gigs on Pogba. When you set a standard that he has done for France and Juventus, and he comes to United and doesn't really have the expectation, then you're open to criticism. What's man talking about? Statman, you've seen the numbers, yeah? Pogba's got better numbers for United than Juventus. I
think this is what I always try explaining to people about Pogba. You need to remember, like, in the last couple of seasons, all our creativity has come through Pogba.
Yeah.
When Pogba, like, you can't expect Pogba to do everything kind of thing from the double pivot role. Like, for me, the best of Pogba we saw was arguably the first season, that December period when Michael Carrick was in the team, and you had Michael Carrick and Herrera, and then Pogba was a bit further forward around December time. That's when we saw the best of Pogba, in my opinion. And that was probably the only time he's actually played in the midfield three on the left-hand side. So when Pogba does play in that role, he does decent.
Nah, Pogba is a top player, innit? I just think people like flipping gigs and them, man, bro. All they do is enable, yeah. All they do is enable the Pogba abuse, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. And especially when it's our own ex-players as well that do it. It's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying.
Especially when he's beating up other people. I think he has other people to worry about.
But you know, like that. But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. I big up everyone. Second and trophy. So, bruv, I think we're all in agreement, that a trophyless season is a disaster for us. Do you know what I mean? For me personally, I don't want to see us not win a trophy, bruv. Because
would you take second and no trophy?
I wouldn't take it, bro. But I wouldn't take it for the simple fact that I think it's acceptable, but only because it's Oli. You know the one. For Oli, if Oli said, you know what, I finished third last season, I finished second this season, he can like justify and say, you know what, I improved on last season, innit? And I think the board would accept that.
Yeah, I think they will. Because the thing is, this is what I always say about Oli. He's a cheap appointment in a way. He's not on that mad wages like Jose Mourinho. And the thing is, he never calls out the Glazers anyway. He's literally I don't want to say in a disrespectful way, but he's a puppet of the Glazers. Oli Glazer Social. That's what I used to call him.
Yeah, it's true, bro. You know what I mean? So for me, guys, anything less than a trophy, and a top 4 finish for me is not Manchester United standard, innit? Like nothing below that. Like if someone offered me third place this season with a trophy, I'd take it. But I think we should be getting second in a trophy because I genuinely think that Man City are the only team that are better than us in the league. Like they're comfortably better than us. Like
what about the league's crazy right now, but what about if Thomas Tuchel comes in and does the madness?
But that's what I mean. The madness with Chelsea. They're only 5 points off top 4, bro. So that's why I say this top 4 is going to be competitive. Liverpool is still in it. Tottenham, Chelsea, us, Man City, and Leicester are still thereabouts. There's 6 teams for top 4. And Chelsea might get a new manager bounce. If they go on a run of 3 wins, bruv, they're in the top 4.
Yeah, you've already spoken about it already, but how do you think Thomas Tuchel would do?
I think he's going to do just fine, bro, because he's a good coach, innit? And he speaks English as well. So it's not going to be a thing where he comes in and it's booky. And also, he's got good players, bro. I don't know how Lampard was struggling with that squad. No, I mean, it's a good squad.
That's Lampard, isn't it?
It's a good squad of players.
I think with Lampard, it's kind of like he mismanaged what he had. Like we saw, like there was a division in that changing room. Like you saw the stuff about Kovacic and Rudiger and stuff. Like they wanted Lampard out from early in the season. He did not give like the fringe players minutes, and the fringe players cost him the job. And that's what you can argue about Oli. Like no matter what, like I think Oli's made the most like changes, like personnel changes this season. He's rotated the squad decently well, other than a few players.
Yeah.
And Lampard, you can't say the same. Like even like on the weekend, Werner was still playing. Pulisic, Ziyech was still playing. Abraham was playing. Mason Mount was still playing.
Absolutely. So, guys, I think it's going to be a mad thing. The rest of the season. I still think we need a trophy. Second in a trophy is what Manchester United should be doing based on form for me. I think that City are better than us. I think no one else in the league are better than us on paper. And Oli needs to prove that he's decent, bro. Like, because I still have my doubts about him. Like, I don't have my doubts about him as a man manager. As a coach, I don't believe in him, innit? And if he keeps falling at this hurdle of knockout football, yeah, he's just proven me right as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Because when he comes up against teams, yeah, that have equally as talented team as players as him, bro, he comes up short.
That's when you need a manager to affect the game from the sideline and stuff.
There you go. Like, this is where you judge your managers. I always say, yeah, you judge your managers, yeah, when it comes to these kind of crunch games and also in-game management, changing things when they're not going well. Any manager can change things when they're 1-0 up and do all these things and it looks nice and that. When they go down, do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, when we were playing against Leipzig, go 2-0 down right at the beginning of the game. This is when you earn your stripes. You know them ones when the game doesn't go as you've planned. You can't plan to go 2-0 down in a team talk before the game.
But to be fair, though, this season he's kind of been. Like last season he was shocking with the changes. This season he has been a bit quicker. I think he trusts the bench a bit more, like Cavani. Like the other day, Bruno I think came on in the 65th minute or around that time.
Because we got more quality, and I just think that he trusts the players more, innit? Because we've got more quality now. But he needs to win something. He needs to win a cup. He needs to outperform one of his rivals. Our top 6 record isn't good, and our record in knockout competitions isn't good either. So that kind of proves where we are at the moment. Those results, innit? All the other things don't really give a true reflection of where we are. So
that top 6 record is a weird thing as well, because I think I saw like Sky Sports were doing it the other day. Like since Frank Lampard's arrived, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has the second best record against the top 6. But this season, though, it's just been shocking. Like, we just can't beat them for some reason. But we did beat Liverpool.
That's what I mean. But that was in the cup, innit? But in the league, it's just 0-0 City, 0-0 Chelsea.
1-0 against Arsenal and 6-1 against Tottenham.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And 0-0 against Liverpool, I think it was.
Yeah, just 0-0s, bro. 0-0s, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So our record's not very good. So once those things change, that's when I'll truly believe, yeah, that man, I turned the corner. But right now, we're doing what we're meant to be doing, innit? Like, we're beating the teams we're meant to beat. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're just flat track bullies, bruv.
So what do you think the top 4 will be this season?
I think it'll be City first. I think we'll be second. I think Tottenham will finish third and Liverpool will finish fourth.
Interesting, because I was looking at Chelsea with the Tuchel appointment. I did not know he was this good. Like at Mainz, he was averaging 1.43 points per game, which is not bad. At Borussia Dortmund, it was 2.12. Like obviously, PSG is obviously going to be high at 2.35. But at Dortmund, he did his thing.
He did his thing, yeah, and he won a cup as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tuchel, I'm doing this based on the fact that I don't think Tuchel will be able to turn it around in time. You know them, man. I think that Leicester not in the top 4 for me. I think they finished 5th. I mean, I think Chelsea
right now. Let's see how Leicester cope. No Jamie Vardy. Who are they going to play up front? Ian Nacho or Harvey Barnes in that role?
Yeah, 100. It'll be interesting to see. But for me, I think that City take the league. You know what I mean? And then I think United need to win the Europa League or the FA Cup. We're probably more likely to win the Europa League. FA Cup, I don't know. That's not really our trophy, bruv.
With Europa League, there's no one good. There's literally no one good. Like on paper, we should be beating every single side. But the FA Cup, City are still in it.
Leicester in there.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like you kind of do expect United to give them at least a good game, but at least like teams like Leicester and Tottenham, we should be beat on paper.
We should, but Mourinho in a knockout one-off game, bro.
That's the thing. That's another thing. But I think Jose, it depends, innit? Because say if Jose wins the League Cup, and he's close to top 4, he's going to focus on top 4 more than Europa League. He just wants that trophy. Once he gets that trophy, he's calm. That's all he's going to say.
The League Cup game, bruv, I don't know, man. I see City beating them in it, so that's City's cup, man.
I don't know, because Jose's record in finals is actually good as well.
He only lost 1, hasn't he?
But I think Pep's only lost like 1 or 2.
I think he lost 1. It's a mad thing.
And the thing is that like Jose kind of does Pep at times, isn't it? Like even this season, I think Tottenham did beat Man City. Like last season, did he not beat Tottenham when he was in charge? That Bergwijn goal, I'm pretty sure that was against Man City as well.
Could have been. I don't even remember. But that's interesting, guys. That's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of the season kind of unfolds. For me, I can't look past Man City for that, just because it's their trophy, innit? And also big final for Tottenham, yeah. And I don't know, their players could bottle it. I'm not gonna lie, because Jose will put a lot of pressure on these players, and I think the expectancy to win it with a manager like Mourinho, it might just be a bit too much for some of those players. Where City have been there and done that. They've been there and done it multiple times. Do you know what I mean? Man's going to the Etihad Cup and that, bro. Like,
I'm pretty sure since he was named the Carabao Cup, City have won it every single time.
There you go. And I think they're going to win it again. So if City win that, also, we don't know what effect that could have on, that could have on the Spurs team, like going forward.
But the thing is that the final's in like April, I think. April 26th.
It'll still be before the Europa final if they're still in there.
But it's still like, there's still a long way to go into that final.
Fair play, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we won it in 2017 and they've won it every time since. Rotted.
But I don't think in 2017 it was called the Carabao Cup. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't.
Because I'm pretty sure like this season, the last season, is going to be called the Carabao Cup. Then I think the licensing or whatever it's called is changing.
Maybe,
like people calling it the Chicken Nuggets Cup.
Fucking jokers, man. But yeah, no, it will be interesting to see what happens, people. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you smash the like button. 1.3 in here, pretty much the whole way. Smash that like button, guys. Big up for all the interactions as usual, man. It's always a good one. Make sure you follow StatmanBains on Twitter and Instagram. You already know where to find, man. Back again at 6 o'clock with Turkish. Do you know what I mean? For some more footy talk, man, we'll talk about his best friend Ozil, yeah, at Fenerbahce, and some more of the Arsenal news. And yeah, like the rest of the football news, people. But yeah, it's been emotional. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get us over 700-800 for sure. I mean, 6 o'clock.